Welcome to this week's Behind the Poem. Today is July 5th. Yesterday was July 4th. I stopped celebrating July 4th many years ago. I admittedly loved the fireworks at Gilson Beach in Wilmette, Illinois when I was a kid. But at some point, I just stopped. I think patriotism in America, for me, is calling America on its bluff, is taking a look at the racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, ableist documents that were created in the wake of genocide and mass slavery and calling them on their bluff and being like, liberty, justice, created equal, cool. And I am especially sad this July 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, given the rising of authoritarianism. But I would argue that genocide and slavery and sexual terrorism and white supremacy and the Christian hegemony with which this country was founded is itself authoritarianism. So nothing new, really. That's the same through line, I would say. What I'm interested in is how we call these horrors on their bluff. What I'm interested in is what collective liberation actually looks like. I wrote this poem in 2020 as part of a poetry initiative that Jose Olivares and Nate Marshall created called Poems for the Free in the wake of the uprisings for Black lives. And it was an initiative to help inspire folks to give money to bail bonds to help get protesters who are arrested from protests out of jail. This is one of those poems. It was for a donor named Sharon, and it's called A Poem, a Prayer. It is a Friday in March 2007, when a white man at a nearby Ruby Tuesday table says, "I'll tell Grandma and Grandpa to pray every day." I'm off exit 6. It's a busy night, military weekend, the rodeo. That's what Brandy at the front desk said when I checked into the Comfort Inn. Now, here in this version of America on a Friday night, I am still learning to mitigate my voice, still learning to understand what it means when my palms press to the center of my chest and I duck my head or bolster my eyes to the clouds. I'm not saying it's an easy task, a prayer, or that being in Montgomery for the first time in my life isn't but an inkling for the kind of grace I speak when I hover my fingers over my white bean chili soup to bless my food. I am 23. We have not yet discovered Instagram or TikTok or Facebook Live. We have not yet begun to count, to say their names, to hashtag deaths at the speed of light. But I am old enough to know right there at 9:10 p.m. that a prayer can be a sanguine song of light amidst the darkest of halts. I will spend the next decade talking to my understanding of God. I will come to talk to my dead brother every day. And I will find myself at the crossroads of redemption and a pause, knowing that liberation, no matter how close, no matter how far, is the only prayer there ever was. I'm still too much of an optimist and idealist to think anything other than that we will ultimately be okay. I feel that in my body, in my bones, in my kishkas, my gut, and to treat each other the way we do. To take control of each other's bodies, to take control of each other's deaths. It is unconscionable what we do. Take care.